Ed Reed still has Bethune-Cookman on his mind. He recently tagged me and some others that are in the world of media to talk about something that happened on Bethune's campus, not football related, but he felt like wasn't getting enough media attention as it should. Let's talk about it. And do you think Ed Reed should still be talking about Bethune-Cookman? That's another interesting topic. Let's talk about it after the bumper. Stay tuned. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victor Formation Sports Show right here on Jeff Lightsy Jr. YouTube, Facebook, and wherever you get your content. Be sure to do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. We're over 10,000 subscribers. Thanks to you guys. I'm still in shock that we're over 10,000 strong. I just want a quick like testimony. I've had this channel for like a decade, right? I don't know if some of you know this, but I've had this channel for a decade. 3 years ago, it just popped up on my memories. I broke 100 because I usually just use this channel for watching. But 3 years ago, around this time, 3 years ago, I had 100 subscribers. And just in 3 short years, I don't even know how many times X that is. We are up to 10,100 subscribers. So shout out to you guys. But we're here to talk about, we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about Ed Reed. Ed Reed is on Twitter. Ed Reed has he still has a lot to say about what's happening to Bethune-Cookman. If you don't know, let me give you a quick history. Ed Reed was in principle to become the new Bethune-Cookman head coach. Before he signed his contract, he went on not one, but two Instagram Live rants, and he didn't say good things about the school, about the campus, etc., etc. Bethune-Cookman decided to not go through with the contract with Ed Reed. He has since been vocal about how apologetic he was and how he felt like he was done wrong. And we've done videos on that. You can go look at that. And I said I'd still hire Ed Reed if I was an HBCU. We've done all of that. And so that was several months ago. Bethune-Cookman has since hired Raymond Woody to be their head coach. Bethune-Cookman and Coach Woody has hired an entire staff. He's been out recruiting. He's done XYZ, media appearances, etc., etc. Well, Bethune-Cookman is still on Coach Ed Reed. I'm going to call him Coach, but Ed Reed's mind, because he had a tweet recently that he has since deleted. I don't think I took a screenshot, so I can't show you the exact tweet. But in the tweet, and then he posted one that he hasn't deleted that was something similar. But in the first tweet, he tweeted, there was a shooting on Bethune-Cookman's campus, and nobody covered it. And he tagged me, Bomani Jones, and Shannon Sharp, right? I swear he did this. He tagged us all. And I was like, whoa, I was kind of shocked because those are heavy hitters and it is me. But I've spoken to Ed, and Ed is a great guy. And he respects me, and I respect the heck out of him. I think he made a mistake, but I do still respect Ed Reed a ton. And he tagged me in it, and I said, yo, basically I was like, yo, I still think you're going to make somebody, I'll just show you what I tweeted. I was like, I think you're going to make somebody look really, really smart when they hire you as a head coach. But I was kind of alluding to, like, that's not my lane. Like, I don't really talk news. I'm big into black, as you see behind me, I'm big into black stuff, and it happens, but I don't cover shootings on school campuses. I try not to. Y'all might disagree with me, but I try not to be gossipy. You know what I mean? Like, unless it involves me or involves sports. Now, if it involves me, I can tell you whatever about me. But this was the since deleted tweet. I'm gonna just go ahead and pull it up. This was on March 20th. He tweeted, as you see, the tweet is deleted, so you can't see it. But I was like, how I feel about you, boss man. I still believe you're going to make someone look very smart when they hire you. But I'm talking about football. I'm not really talking about, news events. That's not to say that shouldn't be talked about or somebody shouldn't be covering it. That's just not my lane. That's just not like what I got in. I didn't get into this to be a news reporter. And shout out to all the news reporters. I know how tough that job is. I worked in local news as a sports reporter for years. And so then he deleted that tweet, and I guess he wanted to clean it up and kind of present, because that tweet, the first tweet where he tagged us, wasn't really all the way conceptualized. I think he got his point across on this tweet. Now, this tweet, he says, there's shootings on Bethune campus. No media attention. Wow, but cursing, y'all lose your minds. Where y'all at? So what he's referring to is when he went on the Instagram Lives, he used a lot of curse words, and that is essentially what got him, made them not move forward on the contract that they had agreed in principle that he didn't sign. And so he's like, yo, y'all lose your minds talking about the media people, talking about me, Bomani, Shannon, whoever else. This is what caught people's attention. Now, this brings the point to some folks. To some folks, they're like, yo, why are you still talking about Bethune? Bethune has decided to move on. Bethune has decided that went in the direction of Raymond Woody. Bethune is doing something different. They're not going with Ed. So why is Ed still talking about Bethune? Now he's his own man. He can talk about whatever he wants. But it is just interesting. Now, one, in this Twitter response, because shout out to them, JSU Cutie is the name of it. It sounds funny saying it, but this is what they had to say. And I'm just showing you what took place in my mentions because I was mentioning this one too. It says, Deion Sanders slime time hasn't given you a job at Colorado yet. That's who you should be mad at. He put the battery in your back about HBCUs. This didn't even happen on Bethune's campus. Seek help and do better with your broken mentality. And that's what they said. I didn't say that. This is what they said. But they did bring up a valid point. The shooting that took place I don't know why I did air quotes. I'm sorry. It was a shooting. The shooting that took place, it was two students, two young people. But it didn't happen on Bethune's campus. It happened, from what I read, at a park close to Bethune's campus, but not on the campus. And so it does beg, like, I don't know, that it's almost like you're trying to throw dirt on Bethune's name. And trust me, Bethune's got enough stuff to clean up. They don't need to take the burden of stuff that happens around their campus or that happens in the city of Daytona Beach to be put on them. Like, that's not right. And I get what that JSU Cutie, shout out to them, and my girl, I love my girl Timona, she loves thee. We're like, yo, like, the same things we've been saying, and I got to keep the same energy even, and I really like Ed, but I have to keep the same energy. The same energy that I'll give Deion Sanders when he's throwing dirt on Jackson State, especially when he's long gone, he's no longer the coach, or he's having subliminals through other people. I have to give the same energy to Ed. That's not needed. That's unfair. This shooting that took place, there was a shooting, because I had to look it up. There was a shooting, but it didn't take place on Bethune's campus. Let me go ahead and pull up a news article. Because it didn't happen on Bethune's campus. Let's see. Let's go to WESH. It says police identify suspects in shooting of 2 BCU students. Now, these were students at Bethune, but it didn't happen on the campus. Let's read the article from the news station, accredited news station, together. It says Daytona Beach identifies suspect in shooting of 2 BCU students. It says police have identified the suspect in the shooting of 2 Bethune-Cookman University students early. Oh, get that out of here. Oh, sorry about that. Early Saturday, and though he is not in custody, they are asking anyone information on his whereabouts. The suspect is a 31-year-old. Whoa. The suspect is 31-year-old William Phillips, and he faces 2 counts of attempted in possession of weapon. I'm trying not to say some of these trigger words and trying not to get banned. It says the students' names have not been released, but 21-year-old man who was previously critical has been upgraded. Both he and a 24-year-old woman was shot and now stable. We heard gunshots outside. Me and my friends, we looked outside, and there was a whole bunch of people. Bethune-Cookman University students in dorms right next to Joe Harris Park called 911 at 2 a.m. on Saturday. So, yeah, Jones Harris Park, from what I understand, is not on the campus of Bethune-Cookman. It's just near. See, they heard between 4 to 6 gunshots coming from the park. One of the callers thought someone was injured. I heard shots. We've since learned 2 Bethune-Cookman students were shot and wounded, and police have identified the shooter as Mr. Phillips. Now, that's the thing. And so what I have to say, like I said, I have to keep it the same with Ed. That's not right to put that on that school. The school can't do anything about a 31-year-old grown-ass man shooting 2 kids. Luckily, they are okay. They look like they're going to make it through. But that has nothing to do with the school. If a grown-ass 31-year-old man is shooting at 20-something-year-old students, a 21-year-old and a 24-year-old. That has nothing to do with the school, and that's unfair by Ed, who I respect, but that's unfair for him to put that on the school. And for him to call. Now, I can agree with you. Hey, maybe there should be more media attention. But it looks like the folks in Daytona Beach got it covered. Because the students, thank God, the students are alive. And the suspect, they know who did it. I don't know if that article was a day old, so I don't know if it's been updated, if he's been arrested, but they know what the heck is going on. And it sounds like the Daytona Beach news has got it together. But you can't put that on the school, man. That's unfair. That's unfair. And if I have to keep that energy with Prime about putting stuff on JSU, I got to keep it with Ed. Got to do the same thing. Keep the same energy for Ed. Also about talking about a job that is no longer his. It's like a little dicey to keep referencing, especially things that aren't accurate. That was my thing, and that was what my girl, she loves thee, and this Twitter user, they were like, yo, Ed, like, why you still talking about Bethune? Like, Bethune's moved on. You've moved on. Maybe you should moved on. And this is shout out to my girl, she loves thee. This is the tweet you put out. I guess Ed blocked her, and I thought that was hilarious because welcome to the being blocked by Hall of Famers crew. Like, well, shout out to she loves thee. It says, yeah, because you know how I'm coming. I bet I think she meant, I bet he leave Bethune-Cookman alone. How desperate and still don't have a head coaching position. Probably will not get hired anywhere. Now, I hope he gets hired. I'm not going to agree with her on that. But it is kind of like, come on, bro. Like, I get it. Bethune, you feel like, now some people justifiably say, you feel like Bethune did you wrong, or Bethune didn't do what they were supposed to do. But at the same time, they did what they felt like was best for them, and they've moved on. And I think it's time to move on, man. I think it's time to move on. And the whole, like I said, I try not to be gossipy. You guys say sometimes, you guys say in the comments, I am. But like the same thing with the JSU president. I put on my channel that I had been told that the JSU president was being removed for whatever reason, right? And some people are like, oh, why don't you come on here and talk more about the JSU president? Because that's not my lane. The JSU president has nothing to do with Jackson State football. The JSU president, to me, for my channel, I talk about football. I don't even talk about basketball for real. I get Tamika Reed, Love. I've talked about Mo Williams in the past and some other basketball coaches. But if you come to this channel, you're going to see stuff about Grambling State football, FAMU football, interviewed the Alabama A&M football head coach, right? Like, I don't even talk about basketball for real. And that's my right. I can do that. And some of y'all feel like I should talk more basketball. Maybe I will next year. But as of now, this is a football-based platform. And so who the president, why he's, being put on administrative leave or whatever, I'm not diving into the deets of that. That's for the news and for the gossip bloggers, the shade room, stuff like that. That's not my platform. And so the same when it comes to, like, I hate to say it, but like shootings. I talk football. And I'm not going to get into all of that. So that's why you won't see stuff like that on this channel for the most part. Now, if it's something involving me or something I feel like needs to be addressed, then there's that. But the other stuff I'll leave for the shade room and for, news outlets or whoever to pick that up on. But the whole Bethune Ed Reed thing, I definitely didn't think it'd be late March, and we'd still be talking about Ed Reed and Bethune. I didn't see that coming. I also didn't think we'd still be talking about Deion in Jackson State in March either. But that is what it is. I do, and I'll leave this video by saying I still do hope Ed gets a HBCU football job, head coaching job. I do, because I know what he could do for a program. I know what he could have did for Bethune, but they made which is their decision, to move on and to go Raymond Woody. But I know, I just know what he could do for a program. That's why I hope he does get the job. But stuff like this, tweets like this, it's not helping. It's not. It is not helping. And so I really do hope someone can help him out. Because I love Ed, man. I know he's going to be able to change someone's program. I said I think you're going to make someone look really smart. But this right here, still harping on what's happening at Bethune, especially putting something on them that isn't on them. This ain't it. This ain't it at all. And that's just all I have to say on that. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Ed Reed is still feeling some kind of way about Bethune-Cookman. It seems like they've moved on. My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsYjr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button before you get out of here. Also, like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at JLightsy7. Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at JLightsy7. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Peace.